Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. So, last time we had Captain Grexis help us locate the Astute Cavalier, which he didn't really help us locate it. We went to a planet under siege by a chaos cult. The cult was then defeated, and he managed to wheel and deal with some of the rogue traders there, who were able to narrow down where the ship could be to one location. So we're going there. Also, I am using an Exitus Rifle. I finally caved, said whatever, we're gonna try it, and so we're gonna try it out and see what happens. Who knows, we might be running double sniper rifles like an absolute madman. Oh crap, I don't remember which one it is. Okay. The enemy below. Those are not the names of the missions, though. Whatever, we'll figure this out. Oh, I can go through that. Okay. Hang on, I have to point this out. Doesn't that lake, or that ocean on the planet, with the long top part and then the little bottom part, doesn't that look kind of like a xenomorph head? Like the bottom part's the jaw, the upper part's the head, and then the rest is their big crest ridge thing. Just had to point it out when I saw it. Ambush on Aphasia Minor. My worst fears came true. The Astute Cavalier has become the vessel of a chaos cult and is roaming the Tenebra subsector like a cursed derelict, spreading madness and corruption in its wake. I must put an end to this. I may be able to intercept the ship on Aphasia Minor, but it must be a surgical strike. I need the Astute Cavalier intact.
Which indicates that the Cavalier could be still here. Those accursed cultists spread the taint of chaos like a disease. I may have arrived just in time. I'll find him and interrogate him about the Cavalier.
I'll say it right now, this thing already hits pretty hard. But I mean it better considering its ammo capacity is abysmal. I do have to laugh though, just rocking an Exitus Rifle. She's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I can run around and shoot this thing. Let's go for a neato headshot on this guy, just to flex nuts. This thing can also overpen like crazy, apparently. So, if we can line some dudes up... Damn. I saw that 808. I mean, I just bodied a Tarantula Sentry gun, that was pretty slick. I don't know. This is already kind of a tough contender. I don't get as much AoE and I don't get my poison damage. But this might... I don't know. I'm torn. Because I do enjoy my Needler Rifle. That is really fun to use. But this just hits like a truck. And I can't say no to just rolling up and just popping dudes with this. No, I don't want to target the word bearers guy right in front of me. I mean, as it stands, I might use this as my anti-space marine gun. Cause you see, like, it wasn't the fastest kill, but that was pretty good. I mean, it's tough to compare, like... See, yeah, I have to fire more shots, but I also just shred guys with this. I might just leave the Exitus Rifle on and keep rolling this for now. I think a big part of what makes this gun good is the fact that I've poured so much into damage over time effects that I can sit here and deal tons of damage and heal a ton off a hit. And without that, I think this gun wouldn't be as good as it is. But that said, this gun's also like level 24, so it is admittedly starting to fall off. Like I saw in the last mission, some of these champions just ate a ton of rounds. And if I can circumvent that to some degree, I might have to. I might even use this as my trash clearer, and then use the Exodus for bosses and champions, because that might be the play here. Like this guy, we'll just wait a second. Come on, get my pen shot. Yes, kablam! Because I mean, look at that. I'm able to just chunk this guy pretty hard, which is not really something I can say about the needler rifle. And it does have this stun chance on it, which, I mean, if I'm going to complain about something, it's not going to be the stun.
New log entry. This is way more than the machinations of some mad cultists. It's the word bearers, again. But this time, they had knowledge of the Martyr and Uther's secret, and they were hunting for Herman van Winter. That Chaos Sorcerer I defeated also had ties to Rexus, the Chaos Sorcerer in charge of this unholy operation. I slay in thy name.
The other thing I'm thinking too is, with this Exitus Rifle, if I build it right with enough crit damage, and if I can get a really good relic or even Archaeotech version, I could probably just flatten guys, just one-tapping them left and right. Which admittedly is pretty tempting. Alright, everybody group up. The other nice thing is this gun has its basic attack demolishes cover, and I'm all for being able to just blast through cover, even though that could really bite me, depending on what happens. But until it goes bad, it can only be good.
Loading.
No grenade throw.
Reloading.
I really wish I could just shoot down at those guys. Instead I have to chase them down, which just is goofy to me. Oh, I can't cross that. Now I can. Exitus Rifle for the win! Man, remember when, like, for the win was a very common term? And elite and epic? And those were simpler times on the internet. And of course, those times will never return because time is not, like, trends are cyclical, time is not. It's the curse of, nostalgia. You can never, even if something you enjoyed comes back, you can never truly buy the feelings and experiences again. Because, that's something I thought about for a while, was like...
Captain, I have new information regarding your father's fate. Your father did indeed acquire a chaos artifact from the Word Bearers. I strongly suspect that those monsters tried to corrupt your father, probably to get their hands on the logbook. It's not over yet, Captain.
But as I was saying, I was thinking about, like I really enjoyed Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And I spent a ton of time playing that when I was younger. And I was thinking, if they remastered it, would I buy it and would I sink as much time into it as I did? Same as, like Fallout 3. And at first I was like, yeah, I'd totally pick it up again and play it, it'd be fun. But then I realized, it's never going to be the same. No matter what I want and how much I want it, I will never have those same experiences because I know how it goes. I'm not gonna have the glitch or the quest weapon, Rock Shatter, was glitched into my inventory after completing the quest, so I had a weightless enchanted dwarven mace forever. I'm not gonna have the same feelings about, like, Oblivion Gates. I love Oblivion Gates, but now that time has passed, it's like, okay, they were cool, but they needed more to make them different. Or the Daedra needed more to make them different. The combat, which was subsequently pretty much the same as in Skyrim, needs work. It's things like that where at the time it was great, but now that time has passed and improvements have been made and other games have kind of come in to challenge the supremacy of those games, things are different. If the game was a little more oriented around dodging like a Dark Souls kind of game so that my stamina bar, it would actually be worth investing in stamina, that would change how the game plays. That might be interesting. If, all the different Daedra and stuff from ESO and all the undead were added into the normal game so that I could fight all these different enemies, that might be interesting. All these different things that really need to kind of happen or would need to happen to revitalize the game. Without it, it's just a graphically and hopefully more stable, graphically improved and more stable version of something I played as a younger person. And therein kind of lies the problem, is if it's not that different, I know how it all goes. Come on, get rid of this grunt. Also, Sniper Man, you can stop that.
Reloading.
I just remembered. I had to laugh. I think it was I think it was a Command and Conquer mobile game that had effectively ripped off the models of Baneblade tanks for part of it, and people got really pissed. Which is really funny to me because, yeah, Baneblades look sick, and I love them. But you can't honestly tell me you cannot come up with anything else. Especially, like, it's not a standard Baneblade, I think it's the Stormhammer. It's 2 turrets that are double-barreled, one at the normal turret position and one forward and I think to the left a little. And they essentially use that, and I'm like, really? They had the side-mounted, like, las guns and all this stuff. They just changed them from las guns. But I was like, really? This is what you do? You don't even try to, like, tweak it? I mean, you could have kept the double-barrel top turret, gotten rid of the secondary, made it 2 single-barrel turrets on either side on the front of the tank, or you have the 2 single turrets, you have them more in the corners, and have like a rocket pod or something mounted towards the back of the tank or something. Like, you can have the general aesthetic and feel of a super heavy tank like a Baneblade, but change it enough so that you aren't just copying a Baneblade. It's not difficult. If I can come up with ideas like that while sitting on the toilet, someone who's being paid to do it can sure come up with an idea. You can't tell me that I somehow have, like, galaxy brain level ideas when my butt cheeks hit porcelain and no one else can fathom such concepts. If that's true, I have to spend more time on the toilet then, because then apparently I am a genius in very, very specific situations. Like, realistically, if that were true, I'd be really mad. You're smart, but only here. I'm also surprised they didn't try ripping off, like, dreadnoughts or something. They're like, oh, it's a Brotherhood of Nod Micro Redeemer mech. As I say that, I can imagine just someone doing that and trying to justify it. For the love of God, please. Halbert, just please die, my god, dude. It also doesn't help all the little dick riders here just running around causing problems. I just want this Halbert dead. Look at his regen! Why? Why do you regen so much? What gives you the right? You're a chaos engine. You only have a demon inside you. You aren't a demon. Finally, he's dead. Wow, all that for a green signum. I love how I said I was just going to use this thing to take out bosses, and I'm just not switching off. I'm just like, yeah, screw it, we'll just shoot everyone with it. I think that is one of the biggest problems with this character class, though, is every weapon kind of fits the same purpose. Oh, you want a long range guy? Okay, here's every gun. Like, oh, you can use a las pistol? No one uses a las pistol. If you told me I either could shoot an enemy with a las pistol or fight them barehanded, I'd be squaring up and getting ready to punch him in the nuts, because I'm not using a las pistol. Grav guns are cool, but also, I'm not using a grav pistol. I'll use a grav gun. I'll use the rifle. I'm not using these wimpy pistols. Or like, oh, I could use the I'm drawing a blank. The auto pistol. Oh yeah, the auto pistol. Unless that thing has a, like, special effect of setting people on fire or making them explode like a grenade and their friggin' ribs become shrapnel. I'm not using it. These guns suck. And it kind of leaves just rifles. I think I can use a shotgun, but I don't even remember the last time I found a shotgun. That tells you how long it's been. I think they could have easily kind of nutted up a bit and been like, okay, we're gonna give you a few more Crusader weapons to balance this out. You know, I don't need the flamer, I don't need the grenade launcher. I don't need things that completely don't fit an assassin. But I also need things other than sniper rifles.
Pain is salvation. Eradicated.
Yeah, like, I'm not doing a ton of damage per hit, but I am able to heal a ton thanks to healing off crits and healing off damage over time. Plus, when I crit, it's like, oh, you critted, so you make them bleed, you make them shocked because you made them bleed, you stole their lunch money, you insulted their mother, you know. You did everything you could to make sure this guy's having a bad day. I mean, look at that. It's poison, weakness. Like, I think he has poison vulnerability, he has shock, he has 10 stacks of poison. That's a pretty good hit. I don't know if the skull with the blood is bleed vulnerability or physical vulnerability, because I'm supposed to be able to bleed, shock, poison, fear, put vulnerabilities. These guys should be debuffed till there's no tomorrow. I just don't remember all the debuffs. Let me just blam.
Recoil unclean.
Yeah, that's a good use of that rifle. Definitely the turret killer. Unfortunately, the one I have, I think, gives me, like, suppression regain on hit or on kill. Something I just don't care about. I had a really bad one, but it gave me health on hit. And I'll admit, I'm kind of glad I didn't use it, because looking at how slow it fires, I'd be getting like, I don't know, 50, 60 HP per mag. And I'll be honest, I don't care about 60 HP. Look at that, I took 400 and 385 off 2 grenades. A mag isn't gonna save me. If it was per hit with this thing, I'd be down. 10 hit points per shot, and I don't even know how many. No, I'm gonna check it. How many shots do I get off this rifle? If I find where my cursor is. 45. If I was gaining 13 HP per hit, I would be getting 535, I think, HP per mag. not including HP from damage over time, not including HP from crits, not including any of that. Like, my damage output would be, and survivability would be absolutely nuts. No, idiot, don't shoot cover. Shoot through cover. God, this thing just sounds beefy.
The infamous blood drinker. The man. The myth. I'll take him out, but I'll use non-lethal methods.
Yes, the non-lethal method of sniper rounds to the chest. This is how I apprehend all my enemies. Get up again. Shoot you with a sniper rifle again, like I did. Throw you back like there's no tomorrow. Wish I could crouch and just teabag.
I have the cultist leader in custody. He is incapacitated. Take him to the ship and have the Magos biologists prepare the necessary serum.
I mean, the cult leader's also a woman, so saying he is a little incorrect. I mean, it's 2020, I can't judge, and this is the grimdark future of the 41st millennium. You could call someone anything at this point. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you're new, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.